This video is about dates. Batman has a date, Superman has a date, the Power Rangers have a date, everybody's got a date. Except for me. Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and I thought I would sit here and talk about some cool movie news, particularly movie release dates of some very important movies. First off, Batman v Superman: Dawn of the Planet of the Justice. It was coming out on May 6, 2016. Boom! May 6, 2016, the same time as Captain America 3, and they were playing chicken. They were just like, oh, I'm gonna stay on this date. No, I'm gonna stay on this date. No, I'm gonna stay on this date. And then Batman and Superman did a little curve. It was like, we're sorry, we're gonna go to March now. Batman v Superman is now coming out on March 25th, 2016. Batman and Superman, two of the biggest comic book characters of all time. And they were like, Chris Evans in a Captain America suit, half dressed sometimes. Oh, we can't compete with that. Not even with Ben Affleck. That just shows you the juggernaut that Marvel is at this point. I mean, they could seriously make a movie about Squirrel Girl and it would get like $200 million. They cannot be stopped. They are Galactus. Galactus the giant being, not Galactus the smoke cloud from Fantastic Four movie. But don't worry, that's getting rebooted, so I guess they're gonna change that too. Batman v Superman is moving to March 25th, which actually I think is a smarter move for this movie. I think it's a good idea that it's coming out in March, because usually March-April time frame is not a time where you see a lot of big budget movies, but then when you get one in there, it actually does pretty well. For example, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It came out in the March-April time frame and it actually did very, very well. It didn't have as much competition. People were able to enjoy that movie specifically for what it was. It turned out to be a great movie and we enjoyed it. And now it's doing well to the point where it can now dominate May 6, 2016 and can take on Batman and Superman and make them leave to another date. Captain America! This is a very important movie for Warner Brothers. I mean, it has to do well. I mean, it's gonna do well financially, but I mean, it has to have the audience behind it, because this is basically the start of the DC movie universe. This is gonna be the beginning of us accepting future DC movies down the line with these characters and other characters to come. This is not the time to be all, let's see who has the biggest penis in the room and take on other companies. This is time for you to take your time, pick a date that there's no competition, and just be like, look, we are here, this is a movie, let's dominate, and let's have a whole franchise of DC movies coming out over the next few years, and so we can have DC movies and Marvel movies, and then we'll see if you guys can stack up on the same weekend. Don't ever do that though. Don't make people have to choose, their children have to choose between Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin hanging over a cliff and having decided you gotta let one go to save the other. I love you if you got that reference. Saban and Lionsgate have announced that the Power Rangers movie reboot is getting a release date of July 22nd, 2016. It's morphin' time. Literally, that is the time that they'll be morphin'. And I was actually kind of shocked by this. I mean, this came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lionsgate, Saban. Well, how you doing? Just hanging around. Oh, by the way, July 22nd, 2016, Power Rangers, boom. I am Saban. So this is exciting to me because, you know, we've been all kind of been nonchalant about this Power Rangers thing. Like, sure, okay. You're gonna do this. Yeah, all right. I'll also be looking forward to my Battletoads and VR Troopers movie as well. Wild West Cowboys and Moo Mesa and Bucky O'Hare. Sure, they're all gonna get movies. Whatever, Power Rangers. We got writers. We got a date. This is happening. The only thing that's weird though is they don't have a director. They don't have a cast. We have no idea what the movie's gonna be about. We don't even know if there's a script yet. July 22nd, 2016, that's when it's happening. You're gonna see it that time. Well, shouldn't you kind of get the movie started first? Kind of know what your production schedule is? I mean, maybe you got this all laid out, Lionsgate and Saban. I don't wanna act like you don't know what you're doing. This is not your little TV show now. This is the movies. Big time movie time. Gotta bring it. This happens a lot of times with movies where they'll have a specific date, they don't want to move that date, but then in the process of production, you have to do a rewrite, you have to do reshoots, but then the date never moves. So now you're almost on like crunch time to get everything to get in there. What ends up happening is you have a movie that could have been really good, but instead it's just like, well, you tried, but now it's kind of slap shot because you had to do a lot of stuff last minute and you didn't have the extra time to really smooth it out. But I'm just talking in general, no movie specifically I'm referring to that had that problem. I hope that you got this all laid out because I don't want this to be a rushed project. Just like Batman v Superman, this is a very important movie for you guys. You are trying to establish the Power Ranger movie universe. The fact that we can go from seeing Power Rangers on the television and like, hey, we're standing here and there's explosions behind us and stuff, to like, okay, this is a legit movie that everyone, adults and kids, are gonna go see and take to the same, or at least somewhat of the same importance as a Marvel movie or a DC movie. That's how I want this Power Rangers movie to be, so I just want it to be done right. So I'm not freaking out. It's okay. 2016, I'm excited. You got a date. This means this is real. If it push comes to shove and you need to push it back a little bit, there's still August. I just want it done right. I want this to be Batman and not Blake Man. That means in 2016, we're gonna get Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Captain America, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, and X-Men all on the big screen in 2016. But you know, people are only gonna see these movies after they read the comics. These movies are only for comic book geeks. They're not for mainstream audiences at all. It's not like mainstream people will go see these things because it's just for geeks, right? Just geek stuff. Geek's not mainstream. Nah. Get out of your holes. So what do you think, cousins? Are you excited that Batman v Superman is getting an actual date and it moved away from Captain America so you can enjoy it separately? Or do you think it should have just stayed up and been like, what? Do you want to beef with me? Let's do this. And how do you feel about this Power Rangers release date? Are you excited that the Power Rangers are coming to the big screen July 22nd, 2016? Or do you think they should be still trying to produce a cast and a director and everything else first? Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button. I make new nerdy videos all week, every week. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Chain chomp yomp.